Hello guys, and welcome to my channel. If you have been here before and if you haven't, good to have you here. So for today's episode, I had advertised a mirror DIY, but it wasn't much of a video, so I decided to add the pillow DIY as well to this video. So today's episode is episode 8 of my home series. No, not 8, 9. So if you haven't seen the other ones, make sure you check them out. I will link all of them down below. So for today's episode, I'm going to show you how to make this gorgeous mirror piece for like $15, I believe, and it is very similar to one that Pottery Barn has, which is like $300, which is ridiculous. And I'm also going to show you how I made these pillows, or not these two, just the one in the front. If you wanted to make fuzzy pillows like this one, you could definitely do that. It's just about the type of fabric that you want to buy, and I am obsessed with them. They look so beautiful. They turned out way more gorgeous and elegant than I even imagined. So if you want to see how I made these two things, just keep on watching. Okay, so for the mirror piece, you will need some poster boards. I used 2 because my piece was very big. You'll also need some scissors, some masking tape, a hot glue gun, and some frames, as many as you need. I needed 16, so that's what I'm using. Okay, so you will start by placing your poster boards on the floor or on a flat surface, and then with one hand you see me pushing them together so that they are as close to each other as possible while I place the tape with the other hand. And on the other side of the boards, I did tape them with some clear tape just because I didn't want the boards to be folding while I hung them up, and I did use clear because I didn't want any color of the other tape showing through. Next, you want to place all your mirrors on the board, making sure that they all fit. And if some of them are hanging out just a little bit, that's fine. It's not a big deal. But as long as most of the mirror is on the board glued onto it, then you shouldn't have a problem. Make sure that there's no hardware on the back of your mirrors, and also no stickers, even though I have a little bit of residue on this one, but that's fine. Then go ahead and put a generous amount of hot glue on the back of the mirror and just place it on the board and lightly press. Make sure that you don't break your mirrors. Just as long as you put even pressure on the mirror while you press, then it should be fine. And after you glue all of them, it should be done, and it should look like this. And I think it looks stunning in my brand new dining room, and it just looks so elegant, and you would never guess that it cost me less than $20 to make this. Now moving on to my pillow DIY. For this one, you will need a hot glue gun once again, and I just have it on a little plate so that it doesn't leak onto my desk. You will need some fabric, and you will need some pillow inserts. Now I'm using the inserts that came in these pillows. If you've seen my videos, you know that these are the ones that came with my couch, and I don't love them, so I'm going to be taking the insert out, which looks like this. If you have any pillows that you just no longer want or like, you could reuse the insert, and if you don't, then you can buy some inserts at IKEA. They're only $3 and they look exactly like this one, and the quality is actually better than this one. And for the fabric, I already had these napkins. They are 20 by 20 from Target, that I had them from like 2-3 years ago. So I really wanted to reuse them because I don't really need them anymore. So you could do this, which is pretty smart in my opinion, because then you don't have to cut them or anything like that, and the size is perfect. Or you could just get some fabric and make sure that the measurement is 20 by 20 or 18 by 18 or whatever size pillow you want, but make sure that they are 2 inches bigger than the pillow insert that you get. So I'm going to go ahead and place one of the napkins, or one side of the fabric, front side down, since you're basically gluing it inside out and then you turn it, you know what I mean? Or it's gonna make more sense once you see it done, I guess. But I'm placing the one on the bottom front side down, and then the one on top front side up, as you can see right here. And I'm just going to start gluing. I did start at the center, but honestly that made no difference. I glued the other sides just from corner to corner, and it was perfectly fine. I thought that it would make a difference, but it really didn't. So just go ahead and glue all the sides of 3 sides of your pillow, you have to leave one open so that you can turn it inside out and then place your insert inside. And the other thing that I really liked about using napkins is that they already had a seam line, so that I knew to put the glue on the seam line and not go past it. So that was really helpful. So if you can find some napkins maybe on clearance, I think that would be really cool. Or if you just have some napkins at home that you don't want to use anymore, I think that would be really helpful. If not, just make sure that you make kind of a seam line by folding and ironing it so that you know where to place the glue, and that's just gonna help you so much. So once you have 3 sides of your fabric glued together, you want to give it some time to rest. I actually didn't touch it for about 45 minutes just to make sure that the hot glue was set and it wouldn't move or break down. And then once you give it some time, go ahead and turn it inside out and make sure that you push the corners out, and that's going to give your pillow cover a more put together kind of sewn look. Once you do that, you're ready to put your pillow insert inside the cover. And this is why it's important that your pillow is 2 inches smaller than the cover, first of all, so that you have some space to glue it together, but also so that once your pillow is inside, you have space to actually glue it close and the pillow is not in your way, if that makes any sense. Now for this last side of the pillow, you really want to take your time and press the fabric together once you put the glue on, because you do have the pillow kind of pushing that fabric open. You no longer have just flat fabric on a surface. So you really want to take your time and press the glue onto the fabric, and that way you won't end up with a pillow that's like opening and breaking and falling apart all the time. And lastly, for the corner of the pillow, this last part is a little tricky. It's not hard at all, it's just kind of tricky. So what you want to do is take the corner and kind of tuck it in, as you can see right here, then put a little bit of glue so that the corner itself is glued together. And then once you do that, you just fold the fabric and place the glue and then fold it and hold it together. And that should make no sense when I say it, but when you look at it, I think it helps a lot. And that is it, guys. It is that easy and it looks that beautiful. It is all done, and I'm obsessed with these pillows. I'm so proud of them. And in this case, you know what, it wasn't even about the money, it was about the fact that I couldn't find really nice white, completely white pillows, but with like a slight pattern. Like, these are exactly what I was looking for, and I love them so much. Thank you so much for watching, and if you enjoyed these 2 DIYs, make sure to give this video a thumbs up, and also subscribe so you don't miss any of my future videos, and make sure to check out the ones that I have already made. Thank you so much for watching. Bye.